Hello, hello, welcome Indiana Fever fans. I just got done watching the Indiana Fever, the Las Vegas Aces, and boy am I disappointed. Again, they had a lead, and they let it squander away in the fourth quarter. They're thinking mentally they have to will to win. They're not being aggressive. They play back on their heels, dribbling the ball up slowly, all standing around. You've got to move, attack. You're overthinking. You're being tentative. You're tentative. The other team's aggressive. They're taking it, and you're back on your heels. You can't let that happen. If I was a coach, I'm calling timeout. Say, man, will to win. You've got to attack. You've got to move fast. If you're tired, get out and put somebody else in. You're not going to stand around, be mentally defeated. That's what your attitude's like. You can't do that. If you want to win, you've got to believe in yourself. You've got to burden on them, put them back on their heels and attack. There's no excuse for that. We had the ball game. Then you're lollygagging up. Even Caitlin. What are you doing, Caitlin? A couple of those passes, you're just like, you look like you're down, defeated yourself. You're just walking the ball up. No, attack. Those last few minutes, what'd you do? You attacked the rim. You got those layups. You got the foul. Why didn't you do that in the whole fourth quarter? Instead, you played back on your heels, just kind of lollygagging up, being very tentative. You can't play that way, Caitlin. Come on. You're better than that. And that weak pass you did in the fourth quarter with a few minutes left, what were you thinking on that? And as far as your shots are going, yeah, your shots aren't falling, but I thought in the off season you were working on your mid-range game and your floater. You're apparently not. You're not confident in that. You only got one shot, which is a step back to the left, logo three. Well, they've caught on to that. You can't be one-dimensional. Don't you know that? They're going to double team and get on you, get in your face on that shot. You've got to be able to either drive a few steps in, take a little 15-footer, a floater, whatever. You got to develop the mid-range. If you want to be a great player, why aren't you confident in that? I don't get it. You're confident from 30 feet out, but you're not confident from 12 to 15 feet. That doesn't make any sense. I think you're overthinking it. You need to get up there, attack, and stroke the ball and perfect that thing. And I noticed on the ones you did go into the rim, you tried a little floater, you're short on it because you're tentatively thinking about it. You're not stroking the ball with confidence. That comes from practice. I don't know why you weren't working on that. To be a complete best player in this league, I think you could do that. But you've got to figure out an array of shots. You can't just rely on one shot from the logo or occasionally drive to the basket. And now your long-range shot is suffering because you're taking tough shots, you're missing, and now it's compounding, and you're lacking that mental toughness to make it. You've lost confidence in that. You're going to have to, man, I don't know. Watch some of the other players, even like Sabrina. She's not probably as good a logo three, but she's got a repertoire of shots. She'll drive in the lane, do a little 12 to 15-foot jump shot right there. You need to develop that. I'm sorry, Kay. I hate to be a critic, but tough love, man. I love you. I think you're the best player out there, but you've got to develop that mid-range game. And floater, you have to have an array of shots. You can't depend on one step back three logo. They've caught on to that. They're going to collapse in on you on that. Why are the whole team not having confidence in that fourth quarter? Why are you standing around? You look mentally defeated. I mean, when they start making an aggressive move and pushing the ball, you come back at them. Get tough. Say, screw it. We're going to attack too. Putting them back on their heels. It's all a mental toughness. I'll be a coach. Put me in there. I'll call a timeout. I'll get on your butt and make you attack. You're not going to sit there and second thought yourself and be back on your heels and being, oh man, it's just, frustrating. I know you guys can do it. How many games have you lost now in that fourth quarter? There's 5 games now that you should have won. And you got to develop that confidence and attack mode in your mindset. You can't play tentative back on your heels in the last few minutes when they get it close. It's not going to work. You're never going to win that way. That's all I got to say.